listening to the Democratic Radio Hour, heard every Friday at 3:15, right here on 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WNBS.
WNBS times 3:49. It's partly sunny and 56. Going to be clear tonight with a low of 35. Then partly cloudy with a chance of morning showers tomorrow, becoming cloudy with a chance of afternoon showers later and a high of 66. And high school baseball is up next on your local station, WNBS Uniontown.
It's time for another C. Harperano Group High School Sports Day. Coverage of Uniontown High School baseball presented by Penn Residential, Essential Marcom, and Amy's Quilt Room here on WNBS and the Triple I High School Sports Network. Also brought to you by Mama Ruca's Pizza Shop, WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, Ted Soba and Son Auto and Fender Repair, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Jimmy John's in Uniontown, Ford of Uniontown, Shop and Save, M&R Transit, Potter's Bar and Grill, Fiston Pre-Owned, the Ratcliffe Law Firm, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Stewart Collision, the C. Harperano Group, Russ Blaho, your local Allstate Insurance Agent, Peachin's Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market, the Centers for Rehab Services and physical therapist Jim Burns, Casey Sports Cafe, and by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WNBS, and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
From Bailey Park here in Uniontown, it's time for high school baseball action here on WNBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live this afternoon. The Uniontown Red Raiders 3-5 overall, 2-4 out of Section 3 in 4A play. Host the number one team in Single A, the Greensburg Central Catholic Centurions. Tom Appleby in his first year as the head coach of GCC. They're 7-1 overall, 6-0 in Section 2 Single A play. Our broadcast today presented by Penn Residential, a human service agency that provides 24 hours around-the-clock service and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Brian Morozak along with Zach Harley and Jerry Dupay. Bill Madden back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. And Zach, Uniontown trying to get in some baseball this week during their conference bye week. The Red Raiders currently on the outside looking in at a playoff spot in Section 3 and 4A, and their opponents, Greensburg Central Catholic, should present a pretty stern non-conference test this afternoon after they lost their season opening game to Southmoreland. They've reeled off 7 straight wins and really showing some great form at this point of the season.
Yeah, and today they're throwing out Zach David, the starting pitcher, only starter on the team without a loss. He comes in with a .48 ERA, so looks like he's been dealing and been efficient while he's been doing it.
And the Red Raiders will counter with freshman Tate Musco. Should be a lot of fun this afternoon. We'll set the batting lineup for GCC and the defense for Uniontown. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues here on WNBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Penn Residential is a fast-growing human services agency currently seeking full-time and part-time direct support professionals to provide direct care and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities inside residential homes within local communities. If you are seeking a rewarding experience by making a difference in the lives of others, Penn Residential wants to hear from you. Their direct support professionals partner with adults and children with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their circles of support to help them achieve independence, growth, and happiness through high-quality creative services. Candidates must possess good communication skills, have a valid state driver's license, clean driving record over the past 3 years, and reliable transportation. At Penn Residential, direct support professionals will receive full benefits after 90 days, a 401k retirement plan with 6% employer match, medical and prescription drug insurance, vision and dental insurance, accrued time off, life insurance, and holiday pay. For more information, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers or call 724-635-0048. Penn Residential is an equal opportunity employer.
Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt shop located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom, and welcomes sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. You'll stitch fabric and friendship with every project. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in at 20 West Penn Street, Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
Back here at Bailey Park, Greensburg Central Catholic to bat here in the top half of the first inning. Here's Zach with our lineup.
For Greensburg Central Catholic, leading off, it's number 1, Dylan Seebeck, the shortstop. In the 2-hole, it's number 22, Zach David, the pitcher. Batting third, number 16, the first baseman, Max Kalock. In the cleanup spot, it's the left fielder today, number 18, Alex Miller. In the 5 spot, number 7, Wade Boyle playing center today. In the 6th spot, the second baseman, number 6, Ryan Appleby. In the 7th spot, John Tropiano, the third baseman today, wearing number 27. In the 8th spot, it's Tyree Turner. He'll be manning right field, wearing number 38. And in the 9th spot, it's the DH, Grant Miller, number 24.
Defensively for Uniontown, they'll have Tanner Uphold in left, Christian Thomas in center, Eric Odeman right around the horn. It's Alex Pensko playing third, Hunter Chukchak playing short. It'll be Austin Grego playing second base and Mason Kuhn playing first. Tate Musco, the freshman, on the mound. Colt Sparks catching for the Red Raiders. We're back with the first pitch right after this. Uniontown hosting Greensburg Central Catholic here on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Visit C. Harper Chevy and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMS for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply while supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000 or visit charperchevy.com.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Brian Morozek, Zach Harley back here at Bailey Park in Uniontown. Really can't ask for a better afternoon for high school baseball action. Game time temperature hovering around 60 degrees. Partly sunny skies, and we're expecting some good weather conditions throughout the course of the afternoon, Zach.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a good one. Good day for baseball here. Field's looking nice. The sky, some cloud coverage, but for the most part, looks pretty nice. Good feeling day for baseball.
It should be a pretty good test for Uniontown this afternoon. This Greensburg Central Catholic program, you look back historically over the years. Of course, they didn't play any spring baseball back in 2020 due to the COVID shutdown, but GCC in the single-A quarterfinal round back in 2019 had a nice run to the WPIAL third-place consolation game in 2018 and ended up going to the state semifinals where they lost to Vincentian Academy. Had a nice run in 2017 as well, lost in the WPIAL championship game to Jeanette. Also made it to the semifinal round of the state playoffs. And just year after year, this program makes some deep runs.
No, and they do, and it looks like they're destined for it again this year. You know, after starting out 0-1 this year, kind of kicking the rust off. You mentioned it earlier. You win 7 straight, excuse me. That's a real good feeling as you get closer to playoff time.
In most of these games, they've been pretty dominant. They lost that opening game 8-6 against Southmoreland, defeated Monessen, actually swept the 2-game series 12-1 and 14-1. Just destroyed Bishop Canavan 10-0 and 19-1. Swept West Green 10-3 and 12-2, and they played another Fayette County team yesterday in Brownsville. A little bit of a closer game there down at Brownsville as GCC won by a score of 10-7. But of course, they are a single-A program and playing a 4A opponent today in Uniontown. And the Red Raiders have been off for a while, haven't played since last week, their conference bye week, due to the fact they have 7 teams in the conference. Everybody has to have 1 week off during the course of the regular season with no conference games. That was this week for Uniontown. They'll get back into section action next week, but at least an opportunity to maybe get a little bit of the rust off here this afternoon. They'll also play a non-conference game tomorrow afternoon down at Baldwin, and they want to try to stay sharp because right now they're on the outside looking in at a playoff spot out of a very strong section.
Yeah, you want to see if they can come in here after getting a week off and kind of taking that break, trying to, regroup as we head into the second half of the season here. Looking at a lot of the batting numbers, average is not too high, so maybe that week off after, the weird year that was last year and then whatever led up to opening day this year, you kick off the rest, you come back in the second half and go on a run.
And a lot of maroon out there today. Maroon jerseys for both of these squads as the freshman Tate Musco, the lefty, ready for the first pitch into Dylan Seaback, who we're told is a pretty solid player for the Greensburg Central Catholic Centurions, and the first pitch misses for ball one. It'll be Seaback, David, and Kalock in this top half of the first inning for GCC. And now Coons 1-0. On the way, breaking ball, and that one misses a little high. Count moves to 2-0. You look at the Red Raiders, they've struggled a little bit this season, 3-5 overall, 2-4 in the conference, lost 3-2 decisions in their last conference series against Elizabeth Ford. Another pitch missing the strike zone there to Seaback, runs the count now to 3-0. They actually played 9 scoreless innings down at Elizabeth Forward, ended up putting up 2 runs in the top of the 10th, and then conceded 3 in the bottom of the 10th, losing the game on a controversial call. 3-0 pitch finds the strike zone, 3-1 now from Musco to Seaback. Of course, Tate Musco, the son of Kenny Musco, Uniontown's head coach. And a big spot here for the freshman, getting a start against a quality opponent. Breaking ball there, misses for ball 4. And a leadoff walk issued to Dylan Seaback, the senior shortstop. And that'll bring up Zach David, who's opposing Musco on the mound for Greensburg Central Catholic, the junior pitcher. The old lefty versus lefty matchup here. Greensburg Central Catholic, those maroon jerseys, black numbers, a little bit of white trim, and the gray pants. Uniontown, also gray jerseys, white numbers, a little bit of gray trim in the white pants. And the first pitch there, in there for a strike, a little delayed call, 0-1. To Zach David. Just underway. Brian Morozak along with Zach Harley and Jerry Dupay. Bill Madden back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Non-conference high school baseball action. Uniontown hosting Greensburg Central Catholic. 0-1 pitch on the way to David. Swing and a miss. As Musco got David chasing there a little bit, Zach.
Yeah, pitch up around his eyes. Probably should have watched that one go by there.
Seaback has good speed over at first, but the lefty Musco obviously has a pretty clean look right at him. And he'll throw that way just to make sure the senior shortstop is back on the bag. And Seaback back. And Musco set to go again. Zach David wearing number 22 for Greensburg Central Catholic. Now the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Musco doing a nice job there, getting David to chase a couple of pitches there, Zach, for the first out of this top half of the first inning.
Yeah, I don't know what he was looking for there. Ball up by his chin both times. Struck him out and only threw him 1 strike.
We don't have any stats for these Greensburg Central Catholic batters, so not really sure as far as in the stats department who's had good seasons so far this year and who hasn't. As Max Kalock comes to the plate, little one-hopper there from Musco, misses for ball 1. Kalock, sophomore first baseman for Greensburg Central Catholic. 1 out here in the top of the first. Scoreless, Greensburg Central Catholic in Uniontown. Again, Musco out of the stretch. Runner going, and another low pitch, throw down to second. Not going to be even close there for the speedy Dylan Seaback.
You don't see that very often, the pitcher cutting off the catcher's throw down to second.
He had no chance.
Good jump at first there by Seaback.
Now Seaback in scoring position. He'll take a little more generous lead off a second. The count's 2-0 into Max Kalock. And the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Nice little bounce back pitch there from Tate Musco. Moves the count now to 2-1. Greensburg Central Catholic will get back into conference play on Monday. They'll play Mapletown for a 2-game series. Greensburg Central Catholic currently the number 1 team in the WPIL in single A. Actually ranked in the top 10 in the state as well. Hoping for a deep run here in the 2021 postseason. And they do have a relatively weak, you hate to say, call any conference weak, but they're going to be big-time favorites, I think, in most of their conference games. They've tried to go out and play as tough of a non-conference schedule as possible, and that one popped up. And it'll go into actually above and over the netting, and how to play over the fence. Now take us even at 2-2 with one out here in the top half of the first inning. Dylan Seebeck down at second. Max Kalock at the plate. Alex Miller, the sophomore left fielder, in the on-deck circle.
Interested to see what Musco does here. 2-2 count, guy on second. I think he's going to try to put him away.
He's set again. A little glance back in Seebeck's direction. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball. This one popped up in foul territory in the infield, and it's the pitcher after a little mini collision there with the Red Raiders catcher Colton Sparks. Musco finally calling him off to make the grab for the second out of the inning. And maybe that's a little freshman inexperience there, Zach. Musco needs to take charge there on those fly balls.
Well, I was actually always told, pitcher, get away from that fly ball. If your catcher can get to it, let the catcher get it.
But nobody called each other off.
No. You got to talk. You got to make some noise there on that play. Luckily, they didn't run into each other.
Another lefty, Alex Miller at the plate. Another breaking ball. Hard ground ball here going to second. Tough hop. A play there by Grego. Over to first to Mason Kuhn for the third out of the inning. So the Centurions strand Seebeck went to the bottom of the first. Scoreless here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day. This broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Essential Marcom specializes in helping clients establish effective marketing communication strategies to reach their target demographic. Learn more about Essential Marcom's capabilities and view their profile at essentialmarcom.com. Essential Marcom, helping local businesses elevate their marketing efforts to achieve their business goals.
Back here at Bailey Park in Uniontown, the Red Raiders coming to bat. Here's Zach with their lineup.
For Uniontown, number 21, Christian Thomas, going to lead off the center fielder. In the 2 spot, it's Hunter Chukchuk, the shortstop, number 2. In the 3 spot, it's the pitcher, Tate Musco, number 26. In the cleanup spot, it's Colt Sparks, number 40, the catcher. In the 5 spot, Tanner Uphold, the left fielder, wearing number 24 today. In the 6th spot, it's Eric Odom. He's wearing number 19, and he's the right fielder. 7th spot, Austin Grego, the second baseman. In the 8th spot, Alex Pesco, the third baseman. And in the 9th spot, number 10, Mason Kuhn, the first baseman.
Defensively.
try to get something going here. Tate Musco returns to the mound for the Uniontown Red Raiders after throwing just 14 pitches in the first inning, so light work in the first. Might let him go a little deeper here in this game as we get underway. Strike one to Wade Boyle, and we're underway in the second inning. Musco checks, now he rocks and delivers. Swing and a miss up top, and quickly Musco's in front, 0-2. Musco on the year, he's appeared in one game on the mound so far. He has a 21 even ERA, so today already starting better than he has in past outings. 0-2, swing and a miss up top, and he struck him out. Wade Boyle goes after a pitch over his head, and that will be the first out in inning number 2. Musco just reared back and fired there. A couple straight fastballs. Boyle couldn't keep up. One down now for Ryan Appleby, the second baseman for Greensburg Central Catholic. Musco the pitch. Curveball bounces it. Good block by the catcher there. 1-0 count. I've already seen a couple good blocks by both catchers so far. Curveballs bouncing a little early in this one.
Yeah, Sparks and Benning both have done a nice job so far.
The 1-0, and that's high, so 2-0 count now for Ryan Appleby.
Good size for Appleby. Also creates a more generous strike zone.
Tall and skinny is what we'll call him. The 2-0, a little low and inside, 3-0 count. Good start by Ryan Appleby to this one.
I apologize for some of the folks on the Facebook Live feed. We lost our audio temporarily there near the end of the bottom of the first inning. It's back now. I think when somebody came over here to check your book, Zach, somebody might have knocked one of the cords loose there from our unit. So everything's ready and back and set up.
3-0 strike there by Musco, so 3-1 count here for Appleby. Musco trying to battle back. One down, no score, top of the second here. And here's the pitch by Musco. Little low, yes it was. And Appleby will take his base on ball 4. Thought it was knee high. Little lower than that, so Appleby will be the first base runner in the second inning for Greensburg Central Catholic here with one away.
Certainly close. Had a comment on our Facebook Live feed from Rusty Richards. Wants to know, why are both teams wearing maroon today?
They didn't coordinate. or someone put their whites in with the maroons, and here we are.
Now bring up John Tropiano.
Tropiano pops up first pitch, second baseman under it. And Grego reels it in. 2 down here in the second. Appleby goes back to first.
Haven't had a hit yet in this game. Greensburg Central Catholic, a pair of walks. Red Raiders retired 1-2-3 in that bottom of the first inning.
Brings up Tyree Turner, right fielder, right-handed hitter. Musco looks to first, now he delivers. Floating curveball, grabs the strike zone there for the first strike to Turner.
I'm impressed. Musco is pretty good stuff for a freshman.
He does, and you know, that was a pretty savvy curveball there. 0-0 curveball, floats it in around the letters. It's pretty impressive. And he gets him out in front, swinging again, strike 2 on Turner. He just floated another curveball, this time Turner way in front of it.
Freshman versus freshman here. Turner, the freshman right fielder for GCC.
0-2 count to Turner. Still got Appleby hanging out at first base. And throw over to first. He's back in time. Caught him leaning a little bit.
Of course, Musco, that clean look over at first base as well.
Yeah, lefties, of course, always have the advantage. Hated being at first base when they were on the mound. Musco delivers. Appleby takes off. And Tyree puts it in the air to center field. And it will be reeled in by Christian Thomas. No score after 2 as the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day on WMBS.
Quilts are full of love in every stitch, but do you know how to make one? Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt shop located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom. The retail shop at Amy's Quilt Room features a variety of high-quality fabrics, notions, patterns, and more. Inspiration will spark as soon as you walk through the door. Piece that inspiration into a project in the spacious classroom at Amy's Quilt Room, where sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced, are welcome. Amy's Quilt Room hosts a rotating calendar full of quilting and sewing classes, open sews, embroidery, technique, and specialty classes. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. Members of the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club enjoy discounts on merchandise, member-exclusive events, and much more. At Amy's Quilt Club, you'll stitch fabric and friendship with every project. Join the patchwork family at Amy's Quilt Room. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in to 20 West Penn Street in Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Back at Bailey Park, no score going into the bottom of the second. Uniontown getting ready to take their at-bats here. Colt Sparks will lead it off for the Red Raiders, as Zach David will go out for inning number 2 on the mound.
Sparks, Uphold, and Odom for the Red Raiders here in the bottom of the second. Both pitchers doing a nice job so far.
Sparks enters the game batting .222. He has 3 RBI on the year, 4 for 18.
Junior catcher. First pitch was in there for strike 1. This one well hit here, Zach.
Deep center, but right to the center fielder, Wade Boyle, for out number 1.
Have to thank one of our presenting sponsors today, Penn Residential, a human service agency that provides 24 hours around-the-clock services and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
Up now, the left fielder, Tanner Uphold. No score, bottom of the second. Zach David with the first pitch, a little low. Threw the heater in there. Didn't get the call, so 1-0 count for Uphold to start the bat.
Also have to thank Essential Marcom and Amy's Quilt Room as well for helping getting this broadcast on the air today.
Quick delivery by David, but it's going to be ball number 2 to Uphold, as it was just a little inside. Got away from the catcher, but I'm not sure how. I think it just popped out of that glove there.
Uphold, sophomore left fielder, batting .375. Couple of RBIs already this season.
David with the 2-0. Delivers, goes up top, gets fouled away by Uphold, so 2-1 count now. Yeah, David just going right at these hitters so far. He's thrown, I think, 1 or 2 curveballs, but for the most part, he's pumping it, and he's pumping it up high, and he's getting these Red Raiders to swing at him. The 2-1 count now coming for Uphold. Another fastball, made contact, weak fly ball to second base, and then it's reeled in by Ryan Appleby for out number 2.
The Red Raiders have been retired in order so far. You had the line out from Thomas, the pop-up from Musco, and Chuck hitting in that 4-3 ground out back in the first, and then both Sparks and Uphold retired on fly ball outs here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, I mean, David is being very efficient right now in his pitches made. He's right now about to throw pitch number 15. And we're 2 away in the bottom of the second. There's a line drive to right, and it gets over the right fielder's head. There goes Eric Odom around first, and he'll cruise into second for a 2-out double.
That's our first hit of the game, an extra base hit for Eric Odom, who came in with a .333 average. Now the Red Raiders an opportunity here to get something going with 2 outs in this bottom of the second inning. Game scoreless between Greensburg Central Catholic and Uniontown.
David threw Odom a fastball right at the letters, and he put it in the gap in right center. Beautiful piece of 2-out hitting there for Eric Odom. Now up to bat, Austin Grego, and pitch number 1 at his feet, ball 1.
Grego, another freshman, 182 average, but has produced 4 RBIs already this season, getting the start at second base here today.
Still have no score here, bottom of the second. Greensburg Central Catholic taking on Uniontown. Zach David. The 1-0 pitch. Grounder to second. Should be no problem. And it is not. Austin Grego thrown out with a 4-3 ground out. And after two, no score between Uniontown and Greensburg Central Catholic. This is C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day on WMBS.
WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, in cooperation with the Fayette County Vaccine Task Force, has established a phone number for direct vaccine scheduling. Fayette County residents that would like or need a vaccine can now call 724-430-3900 between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Residents will be scheduled at clinics offered by providers across the county, including clinics operated by WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. When the call center is closed, residents are encouraged to visit FayetteCountyPA.org to complete individual registration. Registrations will be sent to a call bank, and calls will be returned within 72 hours. Again, to schedule your COVID-19 vaccine, call 724-430-3900. That's 724-430-3900 between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Monday through Friday, or visit FayetteCountyPA.org to complete registration. The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital COVID-19 vaccine clinic is located inside the Uniontown Mall inside the former Burlington Coat Factory. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, the new us, here for you.
Penn Residential is a human services agency providing 24-hour around-the-clock services and supports for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their residential homes are located within local communities, offering residents quality care while also encouraging autonomy. They offer employment opportunities to those interested in making positive impacts in the lives of others. For more information, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers. Email info@PennResidentialInc.com or call 724-635-0048.
Grant Miller, Dylan Seaback, and Zach David due up for Greensburg Central Catholic here in the top half of the third inning. Still scoreless between Greensburg Central Catholic and Uniontown. High school baseball action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live this afternoon. I appreciate you tuning in. Brian Morozak along with Zach Harley, and first pitch swinging there, popped up. This could be trouble. Charging from center field, unable to come up with it there was Christian Thomas. How you scoring that, Zach, as Grant Miller gets on first? Certainly a tough play there from Thomas out in center.
You know what? I'm gonna give him a base hit.
Okay.
But I'm a little disappointed in Grant Miller because if he was looking at second base, both the shortstop and second base were out in center field. Nobody was covering second.
He could have got down to second.
Easily. And the first base coach was telling him so as he walked back.
So Grant Miller batting from the number 9 position, getting on board here in the top half of the third inning. And now Greensburg Central Catholic, top of the order. High chopper there. Red Raiders going after the lead runner. And a nice job there from Petsko, sending it over to second to retire Miller on the fielder's choice. And now you'll have Seaback over at first. And our first out recorded here in the top half of the third. Now bring up Zach David, the pitcher for Greensburg Central Catholic, batting from the left side, struck out swinging first time up back in the first inning. They have the speedy Seaback on first with one out in the scoreless game. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strike one, and David had issues with Musco's breaking ball earlier on.
If he sits, that swing is on the plane. If he just sits back a little longer and drives that the other way, he can do some damage.
Musco, another look over at Seaback. I'll throw it in that direction.
Remember, Seaback had the stolen base in the first inning.
After he walked back in the first inning. That was a tough play going back to the Miller hit for Thomas out in center field. Really had to charge a long way. I think it was a good move there, Zach, giving Miller a single for the first Greensburg Central Catholic hit. And there's a rip. That's a fair ball down the first base line. The speedy Seaback already rounding third as the relay comes in there for Eric Odom. Seaback will score on the play. It's a stand-up double for Zach David and give David an RBI as well. And Greensburg Central Catholic striking first, leading Uniontown 1-0.
Good piece of hitting right there by the pitcher, Zach David, helping himself out, just pulling it right down the right field line. He knows Seaback's a fast runner. Made it all the way home there. David ends up at second base with the RBI double. Nice piece of hitting there by the pitcher.
And Greensburg Central Catholic still in business with Max Kalock coming to the plate. Kalock had that pop-up in the infield in foul territory that was actually caught by Tate Musco back in the first inning. Now Musco again from the stretch. A little glance back at second. Pitch on the way, breaking ball again. First pitch swinging. This one chopped foul down the third base line. Count moves to 0-1. Kalock only a sophomore for Greensburg Central Catholic. Facing the freshman Tate Musco. A two-step leadoff second for David. Now Musco set with the 0-1. That one high and inside, even up the count at 1-1. Here to Max Kalock.
The way Musco just holds himself on that mound, if I had to guess, there's no way that kid's a freshman. He holds himself like a kid that's been throwing it 3-4 years against these guys.
I saw him pitch a lot down in the Junior Hark League that's played locally in Hopwood, playing some Little League and Pony League games back in the day. It was always impressive then. And when your dad's the head coach, helps out a lot as well. Maybe get some added reps.
Added reps, but you're also going to get some added flack there, too.
But it certainly refines his game, though.
Yes, it does. If you can take it the right way, it'll definitely help you.
Now the 2-1 on the way. Another breaking ball. That one missing. Got away from Sparks and down to third goes Zach David.
So I'll call that a pass ball. A little error there. Helps David get down to third. Still only one out.
Count 3-1 now to Max Kalock from Tate Musco. And a scoreless first 2 innings. Now Greensburg Central Catholic getting the game's first run here in the top half of the third. And now Musco with the 3-1 here to Kalock brings the heat, and the pitch misses low for ball 4. So now runners on the corners here for Greensburg Central Catholic. That's the third walk of the game issued by Tate Musco.
Not the worst situation in the world setting yourself up for, though. Last time Alex Miller grounds out to second. Maybe, he can induce the same kind of result, and instead this time try to get 2.
Now at the plate, Alex Miller, sophomore left fielder, grounded out 4-3 to end the first inning. Big spot here for the Red Raiders defensively. Musco's first pitch, and this one sent high in the air in foul territory. And it'll actually hit the little sidewalk here, and I rolled down to where I was parked at.
He got a bit of it.
Yes, he did.
He barreled it up just a little early. Little pool happy. He waits on that for a split second and could be looking at extra bases.
Count moves to 0-1. Again, Tate with the clean look at first. Next pitch outside, but no throw from Sparks. And I think Kalock and Greensburg Central Catholic knew the Red Raiders would really be hard-pressed there to make a throw down to second and then have an opportunity where you might have David try to come home on the double steal.
Yeah, you can always run that little cut play where you throw down second baseman, cuts it off, throws it back to the catcher. But
look at that leadoff second from Kalock. Next pitch, a breaking ball fouled off.
2 down, just.
You have Kalock on that last lead, probably about 3 or 4 steps off second base.
Yeah, there is no one.
Look at that.
There's no one covering second base.
I mean, he's at least a third of the way down the line.
If David wasn't at third, he could steal it easily, but that's why they're letting him get that lead.
Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big-time strikeout there from Tate Musco. That's his third strikeout of the game and much needed for the second out of this top half of the third inning.
Yeah, that was important for him to get that strikeout, and it was a powerful way he got it, too. Just blew it right past him. No chance by Miller to catch up with it. High around a little above the letters there. Probably was a ball, but power pitching on display.
Now Wade Boyle at the plate. Well, check swing pulled back. Pitch miss low for ball 1. Boyle struck out to start the top of the second inning. He's the 6th Centurion to come to bat here in the top of the third. 1-0 now, Musco to Boyle. Pitch on the way, and this little line drive and a diving grab from Hunter Chukchek at shortstop to end the inning. So we saw earlier a great effort at short on the other side from Dylan Seebeck. Chukchek, a robbery there of Boyle to end the top half of the third. We'll head to the bottom of the third, 1-0. Greensburg Central Catholic over Uniontown here on the C. Alvarado Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis.
We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case.
If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
Visit C. Harper Chevy and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply while supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call a dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000 or visit charperchevy.com.
Essential Marcom specializes in helping clients establish effective marketing communication strategies to reach their target demographic. Learn more about Essential Marcom's capabilities and view their profile at essentialmarcom.com. Essential Marcom, helping local businesses elevate their marketing efforts to achieve their business goals.
Back here at Bailey Park, moving to the bottom half of the third inning. Greensburg Central Catholic leading Uniontown by a score of 1-0. Alex Petsko, Mason Kuhn, and Christian Thomas due up for the Red Raiders. Hitters 8, 9, and 1. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Brian Morozak along with Zach Harley, Jerry Dupay behind the camera, and Bill Madden back inside our Uniontown Hospital WVU Medicine studios this afternoon. Nick Barchak enjoying a couple of much-needed days off. Hopefully Nick's enjoying the sunshine today. We'll see him back next week. Still on the mound, Zach David for Greensburg Central Catholic.
He's been efficient. It's been under 20 pitches to get through the first 2 innings here.
Petsko, the senior third baseman, just a handful of plate appearances for Petsko so far this season. Trying to get things going for the Red Raiders here in the bottom half of the third. Swing and a miss there on the first pitch from Zach David. David's been efficient so far, just yielded the 1 double to Eric Odom back in the second inning. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and just like that, 2 strikes on Alex Petsko.
Petsko a little out in front, a little early. I think he's gearing up a little too hard for these fastballs.
David looking for his first strikeout of the game. 0-2 pitch, maybe a throwaway pitch there, a little one-hopper. Blocked by Cole Benning. Count moves to 1-2. Again, the Red Raiders will play a non-conference game tomorrow at Baldwin, and then they'll play West Mifflin for a 2-game series next week. They'll be at West Mifflin Monday at 4 and return home here to Bailey Park Tuesday at 3:30. That one knocked down by the third baseman, Tropiano, makes the throw over to first and managed to get it there in time to retire Petsko. It was a bang-bang play. Could have won either way, Zach. I actually thought he beat it.
Yeah, he beat that. Oh, boy. All right. Yeah.
Uniontown first base coach also talking to the umpire, I think a little unhappy about that call. We actually had some controversial calls, Zach, on Tuesday night as well for that Laurel Highlands Bell Vernon game. There was a call at the end of the second inning in which Laurel Highlands would have scored a run on a play that appeared a Laurel Highlands runner was about a step and a half good to the first base bag. He was called out, and Laurel Highlands lost the game 5-4. Swing and a miss there from Mason Kuhn.
Yeah, luckily we're early here. I'm not saying it's the worst call, but
wasn't good.
It wasn't a good one.
As the folks at Bell Vernon said on Tuesday night, of course, just like these are high school players, you have high school umpires out there as well, and there's Kuhn hit by a pitch. And that'll give the Red Raiders a base runner at least here in the bottom half of the third inning with 1 out. Now the top of the order due up in Christian Thomas. Thomas popped up and actually lined out to Dylan Seaback. Made that great grab back in the first inning.
Big lead at first by Mason Kuhn right now.
Has good speed. Only a freshman. Swing and a miss there from Christian Thomas.
Big hack there by Christian Thomas.
He's behind 0-1. I was actually telling you, Zach, before I went on the air, Mason's dad, JC, was a pretty good boxer back in the day.
Yeah.
Haven't seen JC around. I wouldn't be surprised if he's out here watching. Always a good guy, and that ball was on the inside. I think actually it hit Christian Thomas.
Apparently so.
Yep. So Thomas hit by a pitch. So back-to-back Red Raider batters have been hit here in this bottom half of the third inning to give the Red Raiders 2 on with 1 out.
And
down 1-0.
All of a sudden, after cruising through the first 2, Zach David kind of struggling here a little bit. Hitting two guys in a row, and before that,
Hunter Chuck with a line drive there in the gap in left center field. That ball's going to go back to the wall. Red Raiders will score one easily with Kuhn. Rounding third on his way to the plate is Christian Thomas. It's a stand-up double for Hunter Chuck, and the Red Raiders just like that in the lead at 2-1.
Good piece of hitting right there from Chuck. Takes it again, a high fastball coming out of David's hand. Ends up right around the letters, shoots it to the left center gap. Beautiful piece to score two and put Uniontown in front.
So Thomas and Kuhn, those 2 Red Raiders who were hit by a pitch, scoring on the play. 2 RBIs for Chuck. And the Red Raiders now on top 2-1 as we work here in the bottom of the third inning with Tate Musco coming to the plate. And Musco's been red hot this season. First pitch swinging here. Sends it high in the air. Wade Boyle getting under it to make the grab. And no tag chance there from Chuck down at second. And that's our second out of this bottom of the third inning.
Oh, that's a big out there by Zach David. He can't afford another guy getting on base with less than 2 outs. So good for him to get that second out. Just needs one more to get out of this inning and put the boys back at the plate.
Now Colt Sparks coming to the plate. He's the 6th Red Raider to bat here in the bottom of the third. Sparks flew out to Boyle. First time up, little one-hopper, and heading down to third is Chuck. He was running on the pitch.
It wasn't even going to be close. And then the pitch bounced in the dirt. He was almost at third by the time the ball got to the plate.
And 1-0 now to Colton Sparks. Sparks, his bat packs a lot of power. Swing and a miss, evens things up at 1-1.
No kidding, that's a big hack. He connects, that's going to go a long way.
2 outs, bottom of the third. 1-1, misses outside, now 2-1. From Zach David to Colt Sparks. That breeze cooling things off here again, Zach. I got the jacket back on.
I was thinking about it. I saw you get yours on. I was thinking about grabbing mine too.
2-1, a little high. Now 3-1 to Colton Sparks. They'll be with us again on Monday for Laurel Highlands and Greensburg Salem. He had an opportunity to see the Mustang press box. The ground ball there getting through from Colton Sparks, and that'll drive in Hunter Chuck. That one actually knocked down the base umpire, who went down trying to get out of the way of the ball. So the third RBI of the season for Sparks, driving in Chuck. And the Red Raiders with 3 here in the bottom half of the third inning.
They just keep hitting. Zach David putting the ball over the plate, and Uniontown being a little more aggressive this inning and taking advantage of pitches they can handle.
The first pitch there, a little inside to Tanner Uphold. Count out 1-0.
Popped up to second last time, so means he was a little late. Let's see if he hurries it up.
That one in the dirt. You're starting to notice some control issues now from David. Of course, you don't have the threat to steal with Sparks over at first.
Maybe surprise.
He might.
You know. Prince Fielder used to move around.
Yes, he did. Next pitch on the way, fouled off. 2-1 now to Uphold. Uphold, a multi-sport star, also a member of the Uniontown basketball program.
Zach David entered this inning with 17 pitches thrown. He has thrown 18 pitches this inning.
I have a little pitch counter I should have given you. Probably would have helped you out a little bit, trying to keep them manually.
I think there's one in a bag in my basement.
That one popped up in the infield and unable to come up with it there. The first baseman, K-Lock, dropped it, throw down to third. Close play, and they're going to call Sparks out at third to end the inning. She had the air there as K-Lock unable to come up with it in the infield, but heads up plate, at least GCC throwing down to third, retiring Sparks, but the Red Raiders get 3 here in the bottom of the third. They lead it 3-1 after 3 here on the C. Alvarado Group High School Sports Day, broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
Quilts are full of love in every stitch, but do you know how to make one? Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt shop located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom. The retail shop at Amy's Quilt Room features a variety of high-quality fabrics, notions, patterns, and more. Inspiration will spark as soon as you walk through the door. Piece that inspiration into a project in the spacious classroom at Amy's Quilt Room, where sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced, are welcome. Amy's Quilt Room hosts a rotating calendar full of quilting and sewing classes, open sews, embroidery, technique, and specialty classes. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. Members of the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club enjoy discounts on merchandise, member-exclusive events, and much more. At Amy's Quilt Club, you'll stitch fabric and friendship with every project. Join the patchwork family at Amy's Quilt Room. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in to 20 West Penn Street in Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
Back at Bailey Park, top of the fourth inning we go. Greensburg Central Catholic losing to Uniontown by a score of 3-1 after Uniontown puts 3 runs on the board in the third inning. 2-run double by Hunter Chuck put him on the board after a couple of hit-by pitches, and then Chuck scored after a single from Colton Sparks. So 3-1 the score. Greensburg Central Catholic will be going to bat. It will be Appleby, Tropiano, and Turner for Greensburg.
Now it's kind of an odd way to end that bottom of the third inning. Kaylock dropped the infield fly ball, but then he whizzed it down to Tropiano down at third to retire Sparks. So it went E3, then 3-5 for the final out of the inning.
Yeah, Sparks was running like you're supposed to. 2 outs, just keep running until they tell you not to. And, might have wanted to tell him not to. Round in second there. They'd still be on. First pitch to Ryan Appleby is past him for strike 1. Swinging strike at the letters.
Hitters 6, 7, and 8 for Greensburg Central Catholic in this top of the fourth.
Second pitch to Appleby, a floating curveball outside the zone. Ball 1.
Musco has a nice breaking ball. Appleby walked last time up back in the second inning.
Just saw 1 strike. The 1-1. Another curveball and in there. Got the inside corner there for strike 2 to Appleby. So Tate Musco coming out and starting this inning strong. Shakes off the catcher. Still looking down. Now he goes into his wind. And the pitch. And strike 3 right past Ryan Appleby as it was above his letters. Strikeout for Tate Musco and out number 1 to start the fourth inning.
4 strikeouts now in the game for Musco. And you look at Greensburg Central Catholic, just 2 hits. The single from Miller, which could have went either way, whether it was a hitter or an error, and then David's double, which drove in Seaback, who reached via fielder's choice. That's been it for the Centurions so far, and a nice pitch there from Musco.
Hey, other than that, it's been a good outing by Musco so far.
Tropiano popped up to Austin Grego last time up, the Red Raiders' second baseman.
And the pitch by Musco fouled off behind the plate.
Couple strikes now on John Tropiano, the sophomore third baseman. He has a fan, Alexandra Willite, saying, "Go John T."
All right.
Checking in on our Facebook Live feed.
We'll have to tell him. Musco, the 0-2 pitch, looking down. Now he starts, he winds, he fires. Did he go? He checked the swing.
An appeal.
We're asking.
He said he went.
Said he went. So strikeout number 2 in the inning, number 5 on the game for Tate Musco, and there's 2 away to start this fourth inning.
Now Musco with 5 strikeouts in this game.
Do you think he swung?
I would say no,
Yeah.
but of course you had the call here, so was it a makeup call? Gary tells me when I work with him, there's no such thing as makeup calls, but he was a former official.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah.
First pitch to Tyree Turner. Curveball in the dirt. Turner swung, so that's going to be strike number 1. Yeah, my dad's an umpire, and he tells me there's no such thing as makeup calls either, and then I see him make a couple calls, and I got to argue that. Curveball to Turner. He sends it foul down the third base line.
Wasn't foul by much.
No, almost scooted it in, but it's good that it was foul because it was a little chopper and more than likely would have been thrown out. So 0-2 count on Tyree Turner. 2 away in the top of the 4th here. Tate Musco getting ready to fire his 50th pitch of the ball game. And a little grunt for strike 3, and Tate Musco strikes out the side. 1-2-3, Greensburg Central Catholics go. Uniontown up to bat next. We're at Bailey Park. It's a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day on WMBS.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Visit C. Harper Chevy East and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF or well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 tax rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231 or visit CHarperChevyEast.com.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Back at Bailey Park, Uniontown still leading 3-1 after Tate Musco just took care of the side in order via strikeouts for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Ryan Appleby, John Tropiano, and Tyree Turner all going down via the strikeout. So the Red Raiders now have another turn to bat after putting up 3 in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll see what they can do in the bottom of the 4th here as Eric Odom will step into the box. Austin Greco is on deck. Alex Pesco in the hole here to start the bottom of the 4th.
As you mentioned, Odom with that nice double last time up. Be a nice way to start off this bottom of the 4th inning as well for the Red Raiders. Get a little insurance.
Zach David still on the mound for Greensburg Central Catholic as he fires the first one in there. Odom doubled last time up. Strike call there.
Came into the game with a .333 average and 3 RBIs.
You know what, Brian? That's not bad.
No.
It's pretty good. And he's batting 6th. Swing and a miss there.
Red Raiders getting all 3 of their runs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
David sets and delivers. Throws a little curveball. Did it catch anything? No. So 2-2 the count here. David getting ready to deliver pitch number 40 to Odom. There it is, and Odom has to jump out of the way. Ball 3, and we now have a full count. David agrees, sets, fires. And that's driven to center field, over the center fielder's head. He's around, first goes Odom. Center fielder comes up. Odom's going to go to 30, round second. He is dead in the water. He smoked that ball,
yes,
but
did.
Good play by Wade Boyle in center field to recover. He fell down following that ball to deep center field. Recovered nicely, hit his cutoff man. The second baseman, Ryan Appleby, delivered a strike to third base to nail Odom at third, so we'll credit him with a double. And then the The first out was also made at third base. But nice piece of hitting by Eric Odom. Nice defensive plays by Boyle and Appleby to get the first out of the inning.
Yeah, 2 well-hit balls in this game from Odom, who had a big drive down the right field line. First time up. The 2 doubles, unfortunately, was retired down at third.
First pitch to Austin Grego is a strike. Here's pitch number 2. Curveball floats a little high. It'll be called a ball. Count now 1-1. Grego last time, 4-3, ground out. Only saw 2 pitches. Here's the 1-1 by David, a little inside. He calls it a strike anyways, so it's going to be 1-2 for Grego. David sets, kicks, delivers.
Missed that
a little low on the curveball, so it'll go to 2-2. David yet to strike out a Red Raider today. And the pitch.
Look out there.
Ball right to us. A little foul down the first baseline, and it'll stay at 2-2.
We actually moved things back a little bit. We were down basically adjacent to first base a couple of weeks ago. We were down here at Bailey. Tony caught a couple of foul balls. A couple of a little too close for comfort with some of our equipment as well.
Forget the equipment. I'm not trying to get hit over here. Got papers I'm trying to take care of. A half-sorted sword swing by Grego. He wanted to get out of the way, but he also swung. And just as I'm saying, Zach David doesn't have a strikeout. There's strikeout number 1. Out number 2 at the bottom of the 4th.
He actually has pitched well for not having a strikeout so far in this game until now.
He has been efficient. Not a lot of hard-hit balls, a lot of pop-ups to either second base or, shallow center field today. So efficient pitching. Here comes pitch number 46, and it is a swinging strike to Alex Pesco. So still under 50 pitches, and we're 2 outs down in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pretty good efficiency as he puts one way too high, ball number 1.
You mentioned Musco on the other side, 50 pitches through 4 innings.
Yeah.
So he's in a good spot as well.
And David just blows one right past Pesco. Looked to be perfect, belled high right down the middle, but it's too much heat on it. 1-2 count now. And he's back, 1-2, delivers again, fouled off. David moves very, very quickly on the mound. And I don't know one person that's going to complain about that.
Now, you hate to say this game's moving right along, but it's been moving right along.
It's moving, but it's not been bad baseball. It's been good baseball. Could have had a couple more base runners, but some good defense stopped that. The 1-2 again. Curveball in the dirt. Did he go? I don't think so. And first base umpire agrees. Ball 2.
Takes us to 2-2 now.
I was hoping he wasn't going to get called on that. It's a ball in the dirt. He probably could have made it to first if he ran anyways, but didn't think he struck out, which he did not. The 2-2 now to Pesco. Pitch number 51 coming from Zach David, and a little outside, so he'll run it full.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
No one on. Uniontown leads 3-1. Alex Pesco, their third baseman at the plate. And he strikes out. So 2 strikeouts for Zach David to end the 4th. We go to the 5th. 3-1 Uniontown leads on the C. Harper Group High School Sports Day on WMBS.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in. And you'll see there's a whole new Ford for you and me.
So why not drive a Ford again? With a lineup of new products leading the way, like the all-new Bronco and Bronco Sport, with standard class-leading technology like pre-collision assist, blind spot monitoring, and lane-keeping assist in 4 different models, and class-leading ground clearance over any of our competitors. The auto industry is changing daily. New and pre-owned inventory is at an all-time low. That means your trade-in is worth more than ever. And if you're looking to sell your car or truck, we may be able to help. Come in and see the complete line of trucks, SUVs, and Mustangs at Ford of Uniontown, a 5-time President Award-winning dealer. Top of the hill across from Appleby, 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
You
GPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Back here at Bailey Park in Uniontown, Brian Morozak along with Zach Harley, Jerry Dupay behind the camera, and Bill Madden back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Grant Miller, Dylan Seaback, and Zach David due up for Greensburg Central Catholic here in the top half of the fifth inning. Our broadcast presented by Penn Residential, a human service agency that provides 24 hours around-the-clock services and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. I have to thank them along with Essential Marcom and Amy's Quilt Room for their support. Getting this Uniontown Greensburg-Salem high school baseball game on the air on this Friday afternoon. Hopefully everybody's ready for the weekend. Red Raiders trying to go into the weekend with the win. They'll face Baldwin tomorrow as well. And the first pitch swinging here for Miller popped up deep in the infield. It'll be the shortstop Hunter Chukchek making the grab for the first out of this top half of the fifth. We've seen a lot of hitters in this game, Zach, swinging early on. Not taking a lot of pitches up there, being aggressive. I like to see that.
Well, I do too, but you know what? Musco and David, they're both throwing strikes. Yep. So you got to swing or you're going to get punched out, which Musco's done 6 times to Greensburg hitters so far.
Third time through the order now for Greensburg Central Catholic as Dylan Seaback, the leadoff hitter, takes strike one here from Musco.
They are floating these curveballs, but it's working. No one can pick it up coming out of Musco's hand.
Now Tate set with the 0-1 here. Brings the heat. Swing and a miss. Now 2 strikes on Dylan Seaback. Red Raiders have to like knowing they're going to have Tate around for 3 more years after this year.
I was just going to say the same thing. Man, you get this kid for 4 years. That's special.
And now the 0-2 on the way. Goes back to the breaking ball. And did not get the called strike 3. 1-2. To Dylan Seaback. Seaback walked and stole a base first time up. Got on via fielder's choice and scored a run after Zach David drove him in. Only run Greensburg Central Catholic scored in this game back in the 3rd inning. 1-2. This ball hit high in the air. I lost it there for a minute, but it's going right to the first baseman. And that is Mason Kuhn for the second out of the inning. That can be tough to pick up at times. I was looking up there for a minute or two there, Zach, and didn't find it at first, but luckily for Uniontown, Mason Kuhn did for the second out of this top half of the fifth.
I didn't even try to locate it. I didn't see it go up. I didn't see it come down. All I did is just watch the first baseman and pray he was right.
And now Zach David coming to the plate. 2 outs here in the inning. First pitch to David misses for ball 1. It just really isn't David working quickly when he's on the mound. Musco working quickly as well for Uniontown. Especially when he can wind and fire and not work out of the stretch. Brings the heat here, and that pitch in there for a strike to even up the count at 1-1.
It's one of the most delayed strike calls.
See a lot of that in the high school game, though.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
Especially when you have an odd angle like we have today, about 30 or 40 feet down the first base line. That one missing 2-1 now to David. You really have to rely on those signals to know the ball's in there for a strike or not. Aren't too many places we go to do games where we're positioned directly behind home plate. Now the 2-1, another breaking ball and hit the plate. Now 3-1 to Zach David. And Musco has struck out 6 so far in this game.
He only walked 1. It was the first batter of the
2, actually.
2?
3, actually. We had Appleby in the second, K-Lock in the third, and then Seaback led off the game, and that's going to be number 4 right here.
I'm just blind. It's okay.
And David gets on with 2 outs. With a walk here in the top half of the fifth. The game-tying run now coming to the plate, and Max K-Lock. K-Lock popped up to Musco first time up and walked back in the 3rd inning. He'll get a courtesy runner here for the pitcher, David. That'll be 25, Camden Petronak, on to run. I don't know if you had those rules in Ohio, Zach. You could get a courtesy runner out for the pitcher and catcher.
Yep, I was a catcher, and I took full advantage of it. 2 outs, I'm sitting at first, and I know the guy's not going to hit me home. Let me get started on putting this gear on.
Yes. Pitch in there for a strike to K-Lock from Tate Musco. Counted 0-1.
It's one of the better rules they came.
Oh, I agree. Speeds things up, certainly.
Loved it.
0-1 on the way. Check swing. He did not go.
He even thought about it. Should be called for a strike for that one. That one bounced about a foot in front of the plate.
Now Musco, a little bit of a longer look in now to Colton Sparks. Patronak at first.
Ooh.
Big time cut there.
That was gas. That was Tate Musco rearing back and letting go everything he had right there. He blew it right.
So what does he come back with here? Another fastball?
Oh, yeah. I throw it. Give him the heater, Ricky.
Throw over to first, and that one.
Ball kind of gets away,
yeah, that's
and
gonna give
he's
an
going to
opportunity.
advance.
And Patronak will get down to second. I think for a moment there, Kuhn was trying to lay on him there for a moment just to hope he got a little assistance there from Eric Odom. And maybe hope Patronak didn't get down to second in a scoring position.
It's not always the worst move in the world. Try to play the game. The ump's not going to call it. He's sitting over at second base there. You can get away with some stuff when you got 2 umpires.
Now good opportunity here for Greensburg Central Catholic to get back to within 1. Kuhn trying to finish him, or check that, Musco trying to finish him up, and this ball popped high in the air into center field, and charging and getting there Christian Thomas for the final out of the inning. So the Centurions strand Patronak, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th, still 3-1, Uniontown over Greensburg Central Catholic. Seahawk Rada Group High School Sports Day presented by Penn Residential.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Visit C. Harper Chevy and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payments. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000 or visit CHarperChevy.com.
Essential Marcom specializes in helping clients establish effective marketing communication strategies to reach their target demographic. Learn more about Essential Marcom's capabilities and view their profile at EssentialMarcom.com. Essential Marcom, helping local businesses elevate their marketing efforts to achieve their business goals.
Brian Rozak, Zach Harley back here at Bailey Park, 3-1. Uniontown leading Greensburg Central Catholic. It's Mason Kuhn, Christian Thomas, and Hunter Chuckcheck duo for the Red Raiders here in the bottom half of the 5th. What did the first base coach mention to you over there, Zach?
Austin Grego will be coming out and taking the mound for the Red Raiders when they come back on the field.
So with it being a non-conference game, maybe wanting to make sure Kuhn might be available for some of those conference tilts next week against West Mifflin on Monday and Tuesday. And you mentioned he's between 50 and 75 pitches, which means 2 days rest, which means he can come back and throw on Monday if they need him against the Titans. So certainly a good move there. And it will be Mason Kuhn leading off this bottom half of the 5th. And Grego, you mentioned, will be coming on in relief of Musco, was playing second base for the Red Raiders.
Yes, he will. I don't know if Musco will be staying in the game or this will be it for him, but that's what I was told.
That pitch in there for a strike to Mason Kuhn. Kuhn was hit by a pitch, scored a run last time up in the 3rd inning. And we're here in the bottom of the 5th. Uniontown a 3-1 lead, and this one popped up right in our direction. Right at you, Zach. Look out.
Almost.
A little short. Didn't have enough cord there to make the play.
No. Got to take down the table over here.
Need 2 strikes now on Mason Kuhn.
Yeah, Kuhn, if you remember, he got hit with a pitch, and then Christian Thomas, the guy on deck right now, he got hit by a pitch, and that really started off the last inning for him.
Now the 1-2 on the way, breaking ball low and in the dirt takes us to 2-2 from Zach David to Mason Kuhn. I don't think Greensburg Central Catholic as worried about their pitching situation as Uniontown. They have a series against Mapletown, a team that struggled coming up on Monday and Tuesday, and they weren't really planning to use any of their top pitchers against the Maples early on next week. And there's a line drive going right to center field and glove there by Wade Boyle for the first out of the inning. But the Red Raiders have gotten the bat on the ball so far in this one.
Yeah, good contact by a lot of these guys, even though, it's not finding any green out there. They're barreling up some balls, and you do that consistently more and more. You're going to have success as we get closer to playoff time here.
And a lot of underclassmen again in this Uniontown lineup. In fact, 3 freshmen in the starting 9 today.
Christian Thomas takes a ball. He threatened to bunt there.
Yes.
Pulled back.
Yep. He's only a sophomore. He was also hit by a pitch, as Zach said early on. Big time cut there. Evens things up at 1-1 after the swing and a miss.
Really cocked back to swing there. If he shortens his plane, he probably hits that ball.
1-1 on the way. Breaking ball in there for strike 2 now. 1-2 to Christian Thomas from Zach David. Red Raiders a 2-run cushion in this game. And all 3 of their runs scored in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. We're now in the bottom of the 5th. That one high. 2-2 now from David to Thomas.
Here comes pitch number 60 for David.
He'll wind and fire. And this one, a little check swing. And backing up the second baseman, Ryan Appleby, making the grab for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down, and they'll bring up Hunter Chuckcheck. Chuckcheck, that 2 RBI double to left center field last time up. Stole a base, scored a run.
Yeah, that was a nice piece of hitting 2 innings ago there in the 3rd by Chuckcheck. Just found the left center gap and brought in everybody on base. Ended up at second. Nice piece of hit, and he went up and got it, and he drove it.
And the first pitch here to Chuckcheck is low for ball 1. Chuckcheck 353 average so far this season for Kenny Musco's squad. We'll have 3 more Red Raider games for you later on in the spring here on WMBS. 2 weeks from today, they'll host Albert Gallatin. We'll have their series with Laurel Highlands as well the following week, and that one fouled off by Chuckcheck. And a good chance that the Red Raiders can play their way back into contention. That Uniontown Laurel Highlands series could mean a playoff spot for the Red Raiders. Laurel Highlands in good shape. Just a half game back of Bell Vernon atop the conference. But the Red Raiders currently in 5th place, top 4, make the postseason. They'll have some big series upcoming, including West Mifflin early on next week. And that could be trouble, and it'll drop right in front of Wade Boyle. Just a well-positioned ball there from Hunter Chuckcheck. So he's on with his second hit of the afternoon. Single to center field in front of Boyle. And the Red Raiders again with 2 outs in an inning, getting a base runner.
Yeah, and coming up next, Tate Musco, the pitcher. Well, he was the pitcher. I don't know what he's going to do next inning now because we got that little hint there. But Musco, he's hit it hard both times. He's lined out to short, and then he's flown out to center on a nice hit. So if he can make some solid contact again, maybe this time he can find some green and get Chuckcheck on his horse.
Takes ball 1 here. A 1-0. I mentioned Laurel Highlands a half game back. They're actually game back of Bell Vernon. Leps at 5-1. Laurel Highlands at 4-2. We actually heard from our buddy Jared Bozak earlier on today, and he told me the Bell Vernon varsity baseball program shut down due to some COVID issues. They were scheduled to play 2 games against West Mifflin this weekend. Those were actually make-up games, and here's going to be an opportunity for Greensburg Central Catholic to the final out of the inning, and they do, as they got Chuckcheck in a rundown, and he's tagged out at second to end the inning. So we'll head to the top half of the 6th, still 3-1. Uniontown over Greensburg Central Catholic here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
This is Gary Sisson from Sisson Pre-Owned. If you're looking for a great used car at a great price, give us a call at 724-438-2819 or visit us on the web at SissonPreowned.com. During these trying times, we are doing everything 100% online, from financing to virtual walkarounds and home delivery. Visit us on the web at SissonPreowned.com or give us a call, 724-438-2819. 2819.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com. Penn Residential is a human services agency providing 24-hour around-the-clock services and supports for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their residential homes are located within local communities, offering residents quality care while also encouraging autonomy. They offer employment opportunities to those interested in making positive impacts in the lives of others. For more information, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers, email info@PennResidentialInc.com, or call 724-635-0048.
Back at Bailey Park, Zach Harley, Brian Mrozak for the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day. Uniontown leading Greensburg Central Catholic 3-1 on this Friday afternoon. It's been a good one, and Greensburg Central Catholic will lead off this top of the sixth inning, and they'll bring their heavy hitters, 4, 5, 6, Alex Miller, Wade Boyle, Ryan Appleby starting the way. And last half inning, we said Tate Musco would be coming out of the game as a pitcher. Well, we were wrong. He is going to start the sixth inning as the pitcher for the Red Raiders, as he only sits at 67 pitches right now.
They might take him to 74. Would not be surprised if they try to do that and still have him available for Monday's conference series start of the conference series against West Mifflin.
The first Musco pitch is in for a strike to Alex Miller. 0-1 is the count.
Mentioned our broadcast presented by Penn Residential. Also have to thank Essential Marcom for their support as well, along with Amy's Quilt Room. And the COM for communications in Essential Marcom.
Nice curveball there by Musco. Got Miller out in front, has him 0-2 now.
You can find more at essentialmarcom.com.
Musco looks in, waits. Now he deals the 0-2. Little high. Goes to 1-2 now to Alex Miller. Comes into the at-bat 0-2 so far. He grounded out to second base in the first inning and then struck out on 4 pitches in the third. Now facing a 1-2 count from the freshman Tate Musco. Here's the pitch. Little low, good eye. Thought the umpire could have called that a strike there. It was floating right around the knees. You're not going to get an argument out of anybody for whatever call he gave you there, so call it a ball. We'll sit at 2-2. 71st pitch is a curveball for Tate Musco in the count, and Alex Miller runs this count full.
Well, they're flirting with 74 right now.
Good job battling back there by Alex Miller.
I think they'll make a move after this batter, because you see a little activity going on in the dugout.
I would assume so there. Full count pitch, and he struck him out swinging. Good ball in the outside corner by Tate Musco to strike out Alex Miller. That's his second strikeout of the day. That's the first out of the sixth inning.
They're keeping him in.
Well, they're going to run him. All right.
He would still be able to pitch on Tuesday if he goes over 75 today. But will not be available for Monday's game.
There's that as we get the first pitch, and it is a bunt by Ryan Appleby, and he makes it to first base without a throw. Perfect bunt by Appleby. Put it a few feet in front of home plate. Catcher had to jump out and go get it a little too far in front of home plate, and the pitcher couldn't make it to the ball in time. First baseman also charged, so Ryan Appleby makes it, or Wade Boyle, Wade Boyle makes it to first base on a bunt single, and that would put him at first for Ryan Appleby. Got ahead of my scorecard there, but nice bunt single by Wade Boyle there, the center fielder, to get something going here in the sixth. As he takes his lead. The 0-0, it's a foul ball from Appleby, so down 0-1 in the count. Ryan Appleby, 0 for 1 today. He walked in the second and struck out in the fourth. It's the pitch from Musco, and he throws over to first. He's got him, and he's still safe.
Wow.
Wade Boyle, a straight steal to second. Musco threw over to first, had him picked off Boyle made it to second anyways. Good speed out of the center fielder. Wow.
Yeah, timed that perfectly, and even with the gun down there from Kuhn down to Grego, still managed to beat it out.
So that changes everything now as a slow curveball falls for a ball to even up the count at 1 apiece. That changes the whole complexion of this inning here. Appleby now a guy on second instead of a guy on first. Only one down. A lot to work with, a lot to do here as Greensburg Central Catholic trails by 2 in the 6th. So here's Tate Musco getting ready for pitch number 75. And it is in the dirt.
So he's out Monday.
Yes, he is. But, he only pitched once before today anyways.
The way he's pitched today, though, you might want him in there more often. I mean, he's an available option down the road. They do have some good arms, including Christian Thomas and Chuck Check as well. So they have plenty of options out there. So my guess is Kenny Musco thinking Chuck Check and Thomas will probably be the 2 starters next week, and then maybe have Musco available out of the bullpen if needed on Tuesday.
Musco floats a curveball there in the dirt. 3-1 count now to Ryan Appleby. Wade Boyle still hanging out on second, 1 down. Uniontown leading 3-1.
We should have good weather next week as well. Temperatures expected to be around 80 by the middle of next week.
And ball 4 to Ryan Appleby. So that will put him at first as the bag was open on the walk. Appleby's second walk of the day. And next week we're looking at 78, 80 degrees on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm loving it.
I want to have a pitching change here as the Uniontown infield getting together. Head coach Kenny Musco out. And a whole discussion as you have now Greensburg Central Catholic threatening the game-tying run now on first base. With Uniontown up 3-1.
I don't think anyone's going to come in. I don't see anybody moving around. I think this is strictly a
strategy talk here.
Defensive, draw up the play. What are they going to do on the double steal? Are we going to throw down to second, or are we going to throw down to third? We got to figure that out here with 1 away.
Home plate umpire slowly coming out, finally breaking up the little meeting here. You have Appleby at first and Boyle at second. Both guys pretty good speed. And Tropiano, who's 0 for 2 today, coming to the plate. Sophomore third baseman popped up to Grego at second and struck out swinging.
Yeah, Tropiano was part of that 1-2-3 fourth inning for Musco where he K'd the side. Here's pitch number 1 to Tropiano, right down the middle for strike 1.
Red Raiders have had some close game losses this year. Both of their defeats against Elizabeth Ford were 3-2 final scores in favor of the Warriors. Mentioned the 1 in 10 innings, and the one here at Bailey Park. Uniontown scored 2 runs early on, and Elizabeth Ford chipped away and got the 1-run win.
It's the Musco pitch, driven right back to the pitcher. Musco can't come up with it. And now Boyle's rounding third, and he's going to score. Appleby going to third. He slides, he's safe. And now John Tropiano heads up. He runs to second. Here comes Appleby to the plate.
He scores. Wow.
Is he safe? He's safe. Catcher drops the ball.
Wow.
Tropiano advances to third. What do I write in my scorebook? I don't know. But 2 runs scored, and the ball never left the infield.
Now, Uniontown just had an infield breakdown there, and that's going to be it for Tate Musco. He's coming out, and we'll have a pitching change here for the Red Raiders, and Tate looks dejected after that defensive breakdown from Uniontown. So take a quick break with a pitching change. Tell you about the new Red Raider pitcher right after this on the C. Arparado Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
Visit C. Harbor Chevy East and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 cash trade equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is plus tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231 or visit CHarborChevyEast.com.
Casey Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home-cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
And we're back at Bailey Park, part of a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day. To the mound now, out of the bullpen, Austin Grego was playing at second base. He'll move to the pitcher's spot here. Crazy sequence of events that happened right before we went to break. Wade Boyle was on second base, Ryan Appleby on first. John Tropiano just kind of punched it up the middle to second base. It got bobbled. It had no business being thrown. Got thrown all around the infield. All of a sudden, Wade Boyle scored, Ryan Appleby scored, and John Tropiano ended up at third when, in reality, we should just have bases loaded.
That's aggressive base running really paying off for the Centurions of Greensburg Central Catholic. Game now tied at 3.
I always say, especially in high school baseball, make a throw, and that is exactly what Greensburg Central Catholic did right there. They made them make a throw, and Uniontown did not make it.
I had made them make multiple throws. It didn't work out.
Sometimes the best play is just eat the ball and live to see another at-bat there.
So you're going to have Musco remain in the game.
And he'll go to second.
He might go to first. He's going to go to first. You're going to have Kuhn play second.
And infield's coming in now. So we got infield in with Tropiano at third. Tyree Turner at the plate.
So again, defensively, you have Kuhn playing second, Musco playing first. Infield in, and here's a bunt.
And Tyree Turner bunts it. Tropiano comes home. It gets fielded.
They called him out at home.
By Musco, and they called him out at home. Good play on the bunt. Tyree Turner puts a good bunt down. Tate Musco just got put in at first base, came charging in to grab the bunt, tagged Tropiano as he went to cross home, and they got the out for out number 2 in the inning.
So it goes 3-2 on the fielder's choice.
3-2 fielder's choice. Good bunt by Turner. Better defense by Tate Musco and the Uniontown Red Raiders.
It's been a little bit of a wild game now, especially here in this top half of the 6th. Greensburg-Salem now tying things up. And you'll have Grant Miller, the 6th Centurion, to bat here in this top half of the 6th.
So now Tyree Turner to the plate. Miller 1 for 2 with a single and a pop out.
That was a big out, especially getting Tropiano there at home.
It was huge. It kept it tied at 3. If Tropiano scores, Greensburg Central Catholic takes the lead, but now we're all tied up at 3 here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch, and it's fouled up and back, so that'll even the count at 1 apiece here. Austin Grego pitching. He's made 2 appearances. He has a 15 ERA. But what does that really mean? He probably came in for an inning or 2 and gave up a run. The pitch. Breaking ball drops off. Little low. 2-1 is the count.
Of course, these non-conference games give the teams an opportunity to use some of these pitchers that don't get as much of an opportunity in games that really matter during the conference season.
Quick throw over to first. Turner was late in, but he got back in time to keep it at 2 outs. So Grego back on the mound, looking to deliver to Grant Miller. Was a 2-1 count right now. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Tie game at 3. There goes Turner. And Miller drives it to left. Turner around second, and it's caught by the left fielder, Tanner Uphold. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 3. You're listening to a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day on WMBS.
Penn Residential is a fast-growing human services agency currently seeking full-time and part-time direct support professionals to provide direct care and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities inside residential homes within local communities. If you are seeking a rewarding experience by making a difference in the lives of others, Penn Residential wants to hear from you. Their direct support professionals partner with adults and children with intellectual and developmental disabilities and their circles of support to help them achieve independence, growth, and happiness through high-quality creative services. Candidates must possess good communication skills, have a valid state driver's license, clean driving record over the past 3 years, and reliable transportation. At Penn Residential, direct support professionals will receive full benefits after 90 days, a 401k retirement plan with 6% employer match, medical and prescription drug insurance, vision and dental insurance, accrued time off, life insurance, and holiday pay. For more information, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers or call 724-635-0048. Penn Residential is an equal opportunity employer. Essential Marcom specializes in helping clients establish effective marketing communication strategies to reach their target demographic. Learn more about Essential Marcom's capabilities and view their profile at EssentialMarcom.com. Essential Marcom, helping local businesses elevate their marketing efforts to achieve their business goals.
Back at Bailey Park here, tie ball game as we go to the bottom of the sixth between Greensburg Central Catholic and Uniontown. Tied at 3. And it looks like Greensburg Central Catholic going to stick with Zach David here for the 6th inning as he already has 65 pitches.
He settled down nice early in that one inning that the Red Raiders got to him, that bottom half of the 3rd. Other than that, he's really pitched well. Just gave up the one single back in the 5th. And Odom doubled, but he was out at 3rd back in the 4th inning.
Tate Musco leads it off for the Red Raiders. A strike was called, but the catcher didn't catch the ball. So that's what that means. Tate Musco was up last inning, but then Hunter Chukchek got caught stealing, so gets another crack at it. Ball in the dirt, 1-1.
Seen a lot of these pickoffs as of late. We had a number of them in the Laurel Highlands Bell Vernon game we did on Tuesday night down in Rostraver.
I mean, you go against lefties, that's what you're going to face. Guys with good moves. Tate Musco for 2 so far today as he lines one to right field. That's going to fall for a single. Good piece of hitting there by Tate Musco to get on the board and get the Red Raiders on base with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th in a tie ball game.
I think they have a defensive switch as well for Greensburg Central Catholic. I think it's Alex Miller now out in right. Tyree Turner now on the left. They've moved those two around.
Even before the game, they moved them around. Up next, Colton Sparks here, and he lines one first pitch past the second baseman, and Musco is dead in the water. He rounded second a little too hard there, and heads up play by the right fielder. You said that's Odom now.
Correct. That's actually Miller now.
Good heads-up play by Miller, getting it into the second baseman. Second baseman puts the tag on Musco. He rounded a little too hard, so good hit by Colton Sparks, but then Tate Musco gets thrown out at second base, so it'll go as a hit for Colton Sparks and a fielder's choice. So one away, and Sparks now replaces Musco at first base with Tanner Uphold.
That's an odd scoring in this game.
Yes, we have. Grounder to short, diving play, can't come up with it. Good effort there by Seaback. And Sparks will make it to second, and Uphold, will get his first base hit of the ball game.
So you've actually now had 4 straight hits from Uniontown. We had this for Laurel Highlands the other night where they had 6 straight hits and had 2 guys picked off. And then you had Chukchek, of course, singled in the 5th, then got picked off. And then you had the single from Sparks, where Musco was retired then at second, overrunning the base and not getting back. So the Red Raiders have had 4 straight hits, yet they've had 2 outs recorded during that same time period.
So story of this game between both teams, base running.
Correct.
If you can do it the right way, you will win a lot of ball games. If you don't, well, you're going to have 6 straight hits and not score a run. Tanner Uphold to the plate now. Or Eric Odom. Why do I keep getting that mixed up? I don't know.
Our scorecard's been a mess, though, as of late, so. And Odom's 2 for 2 today, a pair of doubles. We have 1 out in the inning, correct?
Yes.
1 out in the inning, just want to make sure.
Yes, we got
3-3 game.
And there's a pop-up to center. And it is caught. Sparks isn't going anywhere from second, so that's 2 down.
That was Wade Boyle making the grab out there in center field. Now you have first and second for Uniontown. And this game tied at 3. And Austin Grego, who's 0 for 2, coming to the plate.
Grego 0 for 2, grounded out to second base in the second inning, and he struck out on 5 pitches in the 4th. So here's his 3rd at bat. Got guys at first and second, 2 down, and the pitch fouled off behind the first base line. 0-1.
The way this one's going, might be looking at some extra innings this afternoon.
It's Friday. We got time.
Tied at 3.
The 0-1. Breaking ball broke a little too much outside. Evens it up at 1 apiece. 3-3 tie. Base running the culprit of, well, a lot of these runs here. Here's the pitch by David. A little too high there. 2-1 the count to Austin Grego, the now pitcher. So let's see if he can help himself out in a key situation. Bottom of the 6th, 2 on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Nice belt high.
He dropped it at second.
Oh, my goodness. It was a shot to the shortstop. Thought he was going the easy way to second base. It was a good play by Seaback, but he threw it to Ryan Appleby at second base. Appleby dropped it. Everybody safe.
Had to give that E4 there on Appleby. Seaback put it right in the breadbasket, and Appleby just dropped it. Should have been the third out of the inning. Now the base is loaded for Uniontown with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, and this game tied at 3.
Sparks at third, Uphold at second, Grego at first, and to the plate, Alex Pesco, who is 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout, but he's seen a lot of pitches.
And you have Tom Appleby, the head coach for Greensburg Central Catholic, coming out trying to argue the call at second. He thought the ball was in his son Ryan's glove there for a long enough period to record the out, but I think it was pretty in and out.
Yeah, dinner time brownie points. I get it. Stick up for your kid there.
Now the base is now loaded for Uniontown. And you have Alex Pesco, who's 0 for 2 today, coming to the plate with this game tied at 3.
Big moment here. First pitch, fouled behind the plate. Strike 1. Yeah, big moment. Biggest moment of the game so far. I mean, Zach David kind of cruising, but this is the second time this game he's run into some trouble. The first time, Uniontown able to put 3 on the board. That was in the 3rd inning. Now 3 innings later, let's see if they can do the same with 2 away. Pitch right down the middle. You wanted a pitch to swing at. That was it. Pesco let it go right by. 0-2 count with 2 down.
David looks very confident right now on the mound.
0-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it, fouled it behind, so we'll do it again at 0-2. Yes, as you said, David, he looks very confident on the mound right now. He goes quick. He moves very efficiently. Not a lot of moving pieces in his windup, just set and fire. And here we go, the 0-2. Got him swinging at a ball in the dirt. All the catcher has to do is step on home plate, and that will be out number 3, so no damage done. Zach David gets out of a bases-loaded jam. We go to the top of the 7th, tied at 3. This is a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day on WMBS.
This is C. Harper Chevy, and drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox with all-wheel drive for only $169 a month. Security deposit waived. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $3,000 tax rate equity with lease loyalty or lease conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Residency restrictions apply. While supplies last. Sale ends May 3rd, 2021. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000 or visit CHarperChevy.com.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Might be gearing up for a wild finish. Tied at 3, Greensburg Central Catholic and Uniontown moving to the top of the 7th inning. The Centurions are the top of the order up, starting for the 4th time through. Dylan Seaback, Zach David, and Max Kaylock. It's been a fun one, Zach.
It has been a blast. It's been a lot of it's high school baseball. That's why you love it. There's going to be some errors made. There's going to be some good plays, hard hit balls that don't fall. Some do that score, and sometimes, like we had just last inning with Greensburg Central Catholic putting 2 on the board because of a bunch of errant throws. It's just some fun base running that doesn't make sense but makes everybody smile.
Now coming to the plate, Dylan Seaback. Seaback walked, stole a base back in the first inning, hit into a fielder's choice and scored a run in the third, and then popped up to then first baseman Mason Kuhn back in the fifth. And you have right now Musco in at first. First pitch from Grego, and therefore a strike 0-1 to Dylan Seaback. And Seaback, great speed from that leadoff position for Greensburg Central Catholic. Now Grego will wind and fire the 0-1. That one misses high and outside to even up the count at 1-1. Again, Grego on in relief of Tate Musco. Really pitched well for Uniontown.
I think
struck out 7.
Both pitchers have done very, very well in this game. Efficient in their pitch counts.
It's going to be interesting to see if David comes out for the bottom half of the 7th inning, as that one fouled off there by Seaback. Count at 1-2.
You don't see that a lot. He hit it into the ground, and it bounced up and hit him right back in the chest.
Those could sting depending on where they catch you at.
He'll be all right.
Counting out 1-2. He wasn't phased too much by.
He's been diving around all day at shortstop.
Yes.
He'll be all right.
You can tell he looks like a top quality athlete. A little throwaway there, high and inside from Grego. Count now at 2-2. Red Raiders in another tight game here this afternoon at Bailey Park. 2-2 pitch now. Grego to Seaback. Grego taking his time. Long look in, now set to go. And the 2-2 brings the heat again, misses inside. And we're full of 3-2. Zach David up next, followed by Max Kalock.
Full count to start the inning, not what you want if you're Austin Grego here.
Big pitch here, 3-2 on the way in a 3-3 game. And he misses on the 3-2 pitch, took a little bit off of it, and did not get the call.
I thought the ump was rearing back to strike him out, but he let him go. It was a borderline curveball upstairs. A little too high.
So Grego walking Seaback, and that'll bring Zach David to the plate. David 1 for 2 in this game with a walk. The big hit was the double to right field back in the 3rd inning. Batting here from the left side, first pitch swinging, fouls it off.
Very early, barely got a piece of it. It got the end of his bat. Kind of spun behind him there.
Count now at 0-1.
With Seaback at first, and this being the first time Grego's gone up against a batter with Seaback at first. You got to remember, he's taken off once or twice in this game.
He doesn't have the lefty looking right over at him either. Grego trying to keep him close.
He was told. He was briefed.
Certainly a nice non-conference game for both of these teams, playing a tight 3-3 game now into the 7th. Certainly help both of these teams out for the stretch run. That pitch outside. 1-1 now to Zach David. You have a step and a half lead, almost a 2-step lead off first again for Seaback. Trying to inch off that first base bag as Grego glances over his shoulder. Now will fire it in Musco's direction and back safely again. And Seaback.
Yeah, definitely keeping an eye on Seaback here. He is a big runner right now. No outs. If he gets in second base and running in scoring position, could set Greensburg Central Catholic up to do some damage.
1-1 pitch. Misses off the plate now. 2-1 to Zach David. Brian Marozak along with Zach Harley and Jerry Dupay. Bill Madden back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Again, more high school baseball on the way Monday. Laurel Highlands hosting Greensburg-Salem. On the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 3:45 on Monday. That one off the plate as well. 3-1. Now to Zach David.
David walked last time, and he's putting together a pretty good day, not to mention what he's done on the mound. 1 for 2, the walk. He had the RBI double in the 3rd.
Not the way the Red Raiders wanted to start this inning. Need a strike here from Grego. 3-1 pitch on the way, and that's ball 4. Now you have 2 on and nobody out for the Centurions here in this top half of the 7th inning. And you're going to have head coach Kenny Musco now coming out. And he'll bring the whole infield in here. See if they stick with Grego. Again, the Red Raiders will still have 3 outs to work with in the bottom half of the 7th inning here at home. On a nice Friday afternoon at Bailey Park, temperatures cooling off, sun beginning to set. Don't have the lights working here at Bailey Park this year. The Red Raiders originally had all their games scheduled for 7 o'clock, and they had a few light issues here at Bailey, and they'll be playing all their games in the afternoon for the foreseeable future. Hopefully by next spring they'll have the lights fixed here at Bailey Park, and the Red Raiders can play under the lights again. Of course, that'll bring out a nice crowd Friday night under the lights. A lot of folks off work coming out watching some high school baseball. They're going to stick with Grego.
You got to love it, but I will say, as cool as it is to play under the lights, a lot of kids, they don't play under the lights ever.
No.
And the first time you play under lights, it's a whole different ball game.
We talked about that on Tuesday as well. Of course, Laurel Highlands plays the majority of their games during the day and play under the lights up in Rostraver on Tuesday night, the DeVirgilio Sports Complex. And that was certainly an adjustment, I think, at first. But a lot of these kids, certainly during the Legion season as well, play a lot of games under the lights.
Musco must
in
be
at first.
Yeah, defending a bunt here.
With K-Lock at the plate.
Number 3 hitter. I don't know how smart that is, but you know what? You bunt the guy over to second and third, 1 down. Maybe that is the way you want to go.
And play a little small ball here in a 3-3 game.
I probably would. Yeah, let's do it. If I was coaching, of course.
You have Sparks talking to Grego again. Now Grego's set from the stretch. And the first pitch to K-Lock in there for a strike. And appear to be showing bunt at all.
And on cue, Musco rolls back after he said, you know what, he's probably not going to bunt here.
This is where K-Lock should probably sneak one in then, right?
This is where he should definitely bunt, yes. Absolutely.
0-1 on the way. He's going to go around and a big swing and a miss. And just like that, 2 strikes.
Got him reaching.
On Max K-Lock, who's 0 for 2 with a walk so far this afternoon.
You know, if he strikes out, I'm going to feel a lot better about my idea, or our idea.
Yeah, when you see him back like that, that's when you got to lay it down. He's way back now with 2 strikes. You know K-Lock's not going to lay one down here. 0-2 pitch. This one popped up. Red Raiders should be able to make the play on it, and it's the shortstop, Hunter Chukchek, making the grab for the first out of the inning. That couldn't have worked out any better for Uniontown.
No, it could not. The infield fly rule gets everybody just staying at their base. Can't advance, can't go anywhere. 1 down, all of a sudden a double play ends the inning instead of straining the guy on third.
You have Alex Miller coming to the plate, who's 0 for 3 today. Struck out in his last 2 at-bats. Sophomore left fielder. Actually got moved over to right field at some point during this game. And the first pitch, breaking ball. Just missing a little low.
Takes a long time.
Yes. Especially when you're doing play-by-play, you're waiting. Come on, tell me what it's going to be.
Edge of my seat.
1-0 now. Grego to Alex Miller. Brings the heat, and Miller with a rip into center field. Diving effort from Thomas gets by him. This will score at least a run on the play.
We're going to have a play.
And here's David, who's halfway between third and home. Now he's going to go back to third. And it'll be a double to left center field for Alex Miller and an RBI.
2 RBI there for Alex Miller. He had guys on first and second.
Well, David held up at third.
Oh, David did. I'm sorry. I was thinking he should have went.
No, he should have went, but he held up. So just 1 RBI there for Miller. Score now at 4-3 in favor of Greensburg Central Catholic.
What I've noticed so far about this this team is if you throw it at the letters or a little higher and they get a hold of it, they're going to put it a long way. They like that high fastball, and a lot of the middle of that Greensburg lineup has liked it all day long. That's another example. Alex Miller takes a high fastball, drives it to left center field, and plates 1 and puts him back in front.
Now Wade Boyle at the plate, took ball 1. Infield in again, and Boyle popping this one up. In foul territory, and unable to come up with it there was Petsko.
I was going to say, if he catches that, they're probably going to tag and score anyways, so you might want to...
It was a tough play just because of how the ball kind of took Petsko back into foul territory, well behind the third base bag.
Yeah, you would have had to make like a Jim Edmonds type play, or a Willie Mays over by the...
Quick throw, and you know, the way as aggressive as Greensburg Central Catholic's been in this game, they're probably running.
Yep.
That pitch in there for a strike. Now 2 strikes.
Good curveball.
on Wade Boyle. Red Raiders trying to get out of a jam. Game was tied at 3 entering this top half of the 7th inning. Greensburg Central Catholic already getting a run across. And still threatening with 1 out. And a swing and a miss. And a much-needed strikeout for Austin Grego. Grego on in relief of Tate Musco. That's the 2nd out of the inning. And again, the Red Raiders go down to their final 3 outs in the bottom half of the 7th. They'll have Mason Kuhn, Christian Thomas, and Hunter Chukchek coming to the plate. Here's Grego, first pitch in there for a strike right at the knees to Ryan Appleby.
And that was a big strikeout because Ryan Appleby 0 for 1 on the day. He's walked twice, but that means he hasn't swung the bat very much. And in a big situation, maybe that's the guy you want if you're Grego.
Appleby did score a run as well back in the 6th and well ahead of that one.
Well, out in front, the off speed getting these batters to get a little on their front foot the later in this game we go. They were sitting back pretty well early on, but the later you go, the more excited they get. And you're reaching, trying to come up with a big hit.
Now Grego trying to get out of the inning. And this ball ripped deep to left field. Look out here, and that one goes all the way back to the wall, taking Tanner Uphold back to the fence, and it's a stand-up double for Ryan Appleby. Appleby driving in both Zach David and Alex Miller. And just like that, the Centurions have doubled up the Red Raiders at 6-3.
And again, another high fastball. Appleby gets good barrel on it, runs it again to left field, just got his hands in, quick through the zone, puts it in left field, 2 RBI. Now Greensburg Central Catholic comfortably sits up 6-3 in the final inning of this ball game.
The Red Raiders going to have a lot of work to do in the bottom half of the 7th with John Tropiano now at the plate. Infield single for John last time up. He's 1 for 3. Popped one up to second base, and Grego back in the 2nd inning struck out swinging in the 4th. Nice pitch there in for a strike.
Good curveball.
Red Raiders just trying to give themselves a fighter's chance in the bottom half of the 7th, now down 3.
No one holding Appleby over at second. We'll see how big this lead is.
Grego's next delivery, swing and a miss.
He's going to go.
Throw down to third, and safe at third is Appleby. Underneath the tags, a stolen base for Appleby. It's now 2 strikes on Tropiano. Counts at 1-2.
Yeah.
Red Raiders trying to find a way out of the inning.
Good block by the catcher, kept him in front of it. Just Appleby got on his horse as soon as he saw it go in the dirt. Takes third base. 90 feet closer.
1-2. An old nubber in foul territory. No play on it defensively for Uniontown. Count remains 1-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Brian Morozak along with Zach Hartley and Jerry Dupay. Bill Madden back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Mention all the close games for the Red Raiders. 5-2 loss to their opener against Mount Pleasant. Lost 4-2 to Bell Vernon. Defeated Greensburg Salem 11-10. And then had those 2 3-2 losses against Elizabeth Ford, the one going 10 innings. And here you had a 3-3 game going into the 7th, and now the Red Raiders find themselves down 3. Grego out of the stretch again. 1-2 to Tropiano, and there's strike 3. But the Centurions get 3 here in the top half of the 7th. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Greensburg Central Catholic now in the lead at 6-3 here in the C. Alvarado Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt shop located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom, and welcomes sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. You'll stitch fabric and friendship with every project. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in at 20 West Penn Street, Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
Zach David going for the complete game for Greensburg Central Catholic. He'll face Mason Kuhn, Christian Thomas, and Hunter Chuckcheck here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. Red Raiders find themselves down 3. And what's the pitch count at for Zach David, Zach Harley?
I had 77. Wow. Might have missed a couple, but yeah, he's floating. He's around 77, 80 pitches right now.
They're saying 82?
82.
82.
All right.
You're in the ballpark.
I didn't miss too many.
He said 88. 88.
88?
88, so.
88.
So I guess you did miss
That's
a few.
A little different. I knew I didn't. It's only 10 more than I did last inning. I'm like, I think he threw some. But
next one here on the way. This one popped up into shallow right. Could be a tough play. And a great grab by the second baseman, Ryan Appleby, for the first out of the inning.
You know what? Tyree Turner, he has hit the ball hard every time he's gone up. He has just had
well, that was Mason Kuhn there.
Luck. Excuse me, you're right. Wrote it in the wrong one. But he's hit the ball good, too. He flew out to center field last time up. Just can't get anything to fall.
He was hit by a pitch back in the third inning and scored a run. Now the Red Raiders down to their final 2 outs, and Christian Thomas at the plate. First pitch misses outside there from Zach David. So that would be now 91 pitches for David as he looks for the complete game here for Greensburg Central Catholic. Now the 1-0, swing and a miss.
He's still gassing right past him. That was beautiful to watch.
And Thomas, 0 for 2 today, was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the third inning, just like Mason Kuhn did. That one a little high. Now 2-1. Again, if he gets to Chuckcheck with 2 outs, and he hasn't hit 100 yet, he can continue to pitch to him. Now he has 2 strikes on Christian Thomas, and David can feel the complete game at this point with the Centurions up 3 and 1 out, and the base is empty here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. Wow, is he looking strong? That's his 4th strikeout of the game.
Overpowered Christian Thomas on this one. He's looking kind of like Justin Verlander out there. He gets stronger as the game goes on. It didn't look like he was throwing this hard in the first, second, and third, but he's coming out throwing gas in the 7th. As you said, maybe he's feeling that complete game.
And now facing Hunter Chuckcheck, who's gotten hits for the Red Raiders last 2 times he's been up, but takes strike 1 here. Chuckcheck grounded out 4-3 first time up at a 2 RBI double in the third, singled, and was picked off in the 5th. That evens things up at 1-1.
Pitch number 97 there, so he's either going to wrap this batter up.
If Chuckcheck gets a hit, now if he's still sitting on 98 or 99, he could then pitch to Musco. This is pitch 98, and it's ripped on the left side in the gap in left center, fielded there by Tyree Turner. And Turner with a quick relay in. So that was pitch unofficially 98, so I think he can at least pitch to Musco here. And he'll at least try to do that. So lefty versus lefty matchup here. Red Raiders in business. Game tying run now in the on deck circle. Down 6-3.
Yeah, Musco has to put this one in play, or this is going to be his last batter.
Throw over to first, and of course with the amount of activity we've seen on the base paths this afternoon, and the Red Raiders picked off a couple of times in this game, you never know what's going to shake out here late.
Well, Chuckcheck was tossed last inning.
This could be it. Ground ball here to second. Appleby over to first, and keeping his foot on the bag there was Kalock for the final out of the inning, and Greensburg Central Catholic rallying for 3 runs in the top of the 7th inning, defeats the Uniontown Red Raiders by a score of 6-3. We're back to tell you all about it right after this from Bailey Park in Uniontown here on the C. Harperano Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by Penn Residential.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
We're back here at Bailey Park in Uniontown. Brian Moroznak along with Zach Harley and Jerry Dupay behind the camera. Bill Madden back inside our WV Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Your final score here this afternoon, 6-3. Greensburg Central Catholic, the win over Uniontown. Here's Zach with your game recap.
Well, it was no score until the third inning where Greensburg Central Catholic put a run on the board. Thanks to an RBI double out of Zach David, helped himself out, got Greensburg Central Catholic out to an early 1-0 lead until we got to the bottom of the inning, bottom of the third that is, where we started with an Alex Peshko ground out to third, but then we had Mason Kuhn get hit by a pitch, Kristen Thomas hit by the next pitch, and Hunter Chukchak made him pay, 2 RBI double, scored them both, and that put 2 on the board there. Chukchak would eventually score after a Colton Sparks single, so Uniontown led 3-1 after 3, and no scoring would happen until the 6th inning. And Brian, I might need some help explaining how this all went down if you missed it. So you had Wade Boyle on first. He stole second. Ryan Appleby gets a walk to first, and then everything just went out the window, what you're supposed to know about baseball.
Well, it's supposed to be an infield single, right?
Yeah, so John Tropiano, he dribbles it right past the pitcher's mound. Second baseman or first baseman comes up with it, and then they throw over to third. Boyle was trying to advance to third or home or something. They threw back to second to get
it went into center field, I think, at some point.
Did
maybe
it?
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, they threw the ball all around, and all of a sudden they had couple more runs there on the board, 2 in the 6th inning, so it was tied 3-3 until just a couple minutes ago, the top of the 7th. Greensburg Central Catholic again put some runs on the board thanks to a full count walk by Dylan Seebeck that got the 7th inning going. Zach David also walked on 5 pitches, and then an RBI double from Alex Miller put them ahead. 2 batters later, 2 RBI double out of Ryan Appleby brought 2 runs in, eventually made it 6-3, and that was the final score. Zach David, starting pitcher for Greensburg Central Catholic, picks up the win. He throws 99 pitches on the money for Uniontown. Tate Musco was the starting pitcher for the Red Raiders. He had 77 pitches in the game.
And both Musco and David pitched well, but Greensburg Central Catholic gets their 8th straight win. The number 1 team in single A improves to 8-1 overall. Uniontown drops to 3-6. Again, the Red Raiders will play a non-conference game tomorrow at Baldwin, 12 noon start, and they'll have a conference series Monday and Tuesday against West Mifflin. Greensburg Central Catholic will play the Mapletown Maples in their next conference series on Monday and Tuesday. We're back with a final word right after this from Bailey Park in Uniontown. 6-3 your final score. Greensburg Central Catholic over Uniontown.
Hi, I'm Russ Plaho, your local Allstate agent. The number 21 has always had a special meaning to me. When I was young, it meant reaching adulthood. As a lifelong Pirates fan, the number 21 meant one thing, the great Roberto Clemente. 3,000 hits, MVP, World Series hero. But more than that, a great humanitarian who will always be remembered for losing his life in a rescue mission to help those in need. And now, the number 21 represents my 21st anniversary as your local Allstate agent. I would like to think that, like Roberto, I know the importance of community involvement as well as helping neighbors. Over the past 21 years, my staff and I have committed ourselves to learning about our customer needs and personalizing protection for them. From bundling auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverages based on their protection needs. Are you in good hands? Call me, Russ Bleho, at 724-439-9700 or stop by my office on Lebanon Avenue today for a free quote.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
With the rest of the world, Peachin Pharmacy is following the developments of the COVID-19 pandemic. Your safety is a priority at Peachin Pharmacy. For prescriptions, you have many options. Peachin's offers free delivery, free mail, and curbside pickup. If you come into the store, Peachin's follows all of the CDC and state safety recommendations. As always, if you have concerns about your medications, call 724-626-9600 or visit Peachin Pharmacy inside the Peachin Market in Connellsville or online at peachinpharmacy.com.
Are you a business owner interested in growing your business but unsure about a marketing approach? Essential Marcom specialized in helping clients establish effective marketing communication strategies to reach their target demographic. If you're a business owner interested in leveraging marketing solutions to start up or expand your business, contact Dana at Essential Marcom. Dana's expertise spans 15-plus years and includes working with national and international brands on various types of marketing projects. Essential Marcom's comprehensive approach to developing and implementing marketing solutions ensures that your business gets recognized. Learn more about Essential Marcom's capabilities and view their profile at essentialmarcom.com. Essential Marcom, helping local businesses elevate their marketing efforts to achieve their business goals.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 57th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 57 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Back one final time from Bailey Park in Uniontown. Again, your final score, Greensburg Central Catholic 6 and Uniontown 3. And Zach, I'll see you on Monday. It'll be a busy Monday for you. You'll have the morning show and be back with us for the Greensburg-Salem game at Laurel Highlands.
What do they say? No sleep for the wicked?
Yes.
That's how we roll over here. Can't wait.
Well, enjoy the weekend. Certainly a fun one here this afternoon. Again, the Red Raiders will face Baldwin tomorrow, West Mifflin on Monday. Greensburg Central Catholic will take on Mapletown Monday and Tuesday. For Zach Harley, Jerry Dupay, and Bill Madden back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios, this is Brian Morozak, and have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score, Greensburg Central Catholic 6 and Uniontown 3. So, everybody from Bailey Park.
Penn Residential is a fast-growing human services agency.